Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to explain why I was wrong about Zen, why I think Zen is a good deck, talk about what my common misconceptions were, lay it all out on the table, and we'll talk about some cards, have some fun. I'll show you my initial list. It's really just kind of exploratory, but I wanted to kind of show it for you and talk about some certain cards. And yeah, we'll just talk about it as a community. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully enjoy your stay. If you're a long-staying supporter, thank you so much as always. Feel free to check out the Discord down below. Share some of your pre-release polls. I have a pre-release today and tomorrow. Super excited about it. We're going to get right into it though. So yeah, a content creator can be wrong. I know it's so hard to believe. Like, it's just like unfathomable, honestly. How dare I be wrong? But yeah, no, I had some bad misconceptions about Zen. My initial thought, I'll kind of talk about this. So like I've been not like arguing, that's kind of a strong word, but discussing like why I think why would you play Zen over Katsu? There's no reason right now, it seems to me, in the main Discord, in the Zen channel. And I didn't, if anyone was talking to me or saw those messages, I talk very demonstratively. I talk very definitively. It's a very good trait to have in some cases, but it's also a very bad trait to have in others, especially over text. So sorry if I appeared dismissive. It wasn't the point. But regardless, I've been testing Zen a good amount. I think I've put it between all my lists, probably like 40 to 50 games into the hero so far on Talishar since the cards started working. On this list specifically that I'm going to show, I'll go ahead and pull it up right now. I have about 25, 30 games on this list specifically. And my initial thoughts on Zen was that, backing it up to Katsu. Katsu basically has an on hit every single time you attack, right? Because you're threatening that Katsu trigger, threatening the hand fix, threatening to go get a more powerful card, threatening to get bonds, whatever the case may be. And Zen to me was like, okay, well, this is like Katsu, similar damage output, somewhat similar, stuff that he's trying to do, but he doesn't have the on hits, right? He's just raw damage, right? He's basically like Fi. And to me, it was like, okay, well, because there's a certain psychological aspect of blocking a Katsu, right? Like, do you want to block them, right? Should you block them? Should you not? If you overblock and then they already have the combo in hand, then you're gonna get burnt, all this other stuff, right? So that was my thought process. I was like, why would you play Zen? You'd have to get so overrate, so ridiculously like better than Katsu that is just, what's the point? And I was testing lists. Like these thoughts weren't just from me like aimlessly looking at Zen and being like, okay, I haven't played a game on this here yet, but it's kind of bad. This was after playing games. But the more I started trying, I was trying to build Zen in a way with like mask momentum or pouncy links where like my attacks mattered, so to speak. And I wasn't playing it just for like efficient damage and value and efficiency. And once I changed, because I was trying to play like Katsu, because my brain loves Katsu, right? Once I changed that perception, and once I was like, you know what, I'm just going to have insanely efficient damage and go for these long strings with Art of War and Bonds of Ancestry and stuff like that, it's going to be pretty nutty, right? So once I did that, it really kind of changed my perception of the hero. And also, me trying to think more macro perspective competitively, we're coming up into a meta with two sides of the coin. Not two sides of the coin like this is all it's played, but two very prominent sides of a coin. One is ward. We're going to have a lot of prevention, a lot of enigma, prism with spectra, like these things that can inhibit you from hitting, basically, right? We also have a lot of defensive decks that have a lot of defensive reactions, and we also have a lot of armor, right? Brute has a suite of armor, right? Guardian and Warrior both have a suite, and then, Enigma is with reward. So, the on-hits of Katsu, although, yes, threatening, are not sometimes as prominent because the decks can just deal with it a lot easier than they used to be able to, right? Way back when, the worst you had to deal with was a tanked up Guardian or maybe a tanked up Dorinthia, but really it was just kind of Bravo. And now it's not like that anymore, right? So with Zen, Zen can output. I've been keeping track of data, and this data is not like all comprehensive. It's over here. I've been keeping track of the data, and I won't go through all of it and bore you with it, but basically I'm getting to 14 value a turn on average through 25 games with Zen. The average value per turn cycle turn cycle. The average value per turn cycle that among Flesh and Blood is perceived, at least from my understanding, is 12. If you're getting above that, then you're having an overrate game. And with Zen, my average is 14. I think my high is like 19 to 21 turn cycle average over like a 5+ turn game. And I'm only recording games that are longer than like 4 to 5 turn cycles. Like if one of us high rolls and the game only lasts 3 turns, I don't count those because they're anomalies. I might put them in the side, but they don't go in the main data set. So Zen is getting that. And then I wanted to look at damage per card, and I wanted to say like, okay, Katsu's average damage per card is typically or actually around 4. And I want Zen to be over 3. If I can get Zen to be over 3 damage per card, even including the Crouching Tigers, then I'm doing pretty good. And I have gotten that. In 25 games, I'm at about 3.26 damage per card, which is really good on average. So all that to say, like, I think Zen has a place in a meta where on hits matter less and less because there's so much ways to prevent the on hit, where you're just going for raw, efficient damage. So looking at the equipment, again, this isn't like a all-encompassing deck tech. This is just to give you, and I'll put a public version of this down below. But the equipment, one is Stride Reprisal. This card's really good. When you pair this with Traverse the Universe, and on an Art Award turn, you can say, okay, I'm going to make a Tiger, and I'm going to go get a Chi for my deck, and you essentially go up to a 7-card hand. It gets very stupid very fast. Like, the amount of damage you can output is just... Like, imagine Phi's Art Award turn, but someone gave you another Phoenix Flame and an additional card. And that's of your choosing, pretty much, because most of his cards are combo. Like, that's pretty nuts, right? So... These 2 cards together are really good. I do think you can make room for links or momentum depending on how you're building. There's going to be multiple ways to build Zen, but Traverse the Universe, like, Ninja has not often had blocking equipment, much less blocking equipment that they want to block with, right? Like, you don't want to block with Tunic. You don't want to block with, you can block with Breeze Rider and Breaking Scales, right? But they only block for 1. Like, we now have 2, 4, 6, 7 block on our armor, which is a lot for us. And 3 of the block, like, we want to block with it when the opportunity presents itself accordingly, right? So for Ninja to have that is very, very nice. 12 petal, how do you pronounce that? Kasaya? I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please let me know in the comments. I've been enjoying when people correct me in the comments because I'm a country boy from the freaking sticks. I will say things wrong. 12 petal Kasaya. I like this card over Tunic because I have noticed when you need the resources the most is on those Transcend turns, right? Most of the time, because of the amount of blues you're running, like 26 to 30 blues in Zen, you typically don't need the Tunic resource very often. I have not found very many turns that are not Transcend turns where I'm like, man, I wish I had one more resource. It doesn't really come up often. And when you're able to like double Transcend off of 2/0 cost Chi cards, like playing like a Passover, and then before it resolves, playing Preserve Tradition, and you double Transcend and gain 2 resources, basically making your staff for free on top of getting a blue and a Chi activation. It's really, really good, right? So the 12 petal honestly fits into the cost curve. It's almost like they designed it that way. It's pretty nuts. But I could see you playing Tunic. When it comes to the list, I do like the Bonds Ancestry inclusion. I personally don't think you have to go crazy. Like, the We Make Best video was hilarious, but I don't think you need, like, hilarious in a cool way. I don't think you need 9 of. I think you could do, like, 6. I'm trying 6 and 3 right now. I might end up going to, like, 6 and 5, like 5 Bonds, 6 Descendants. We'll have to see. But I don't think you need that much. I think he can do really efficient damage without... Because if you go 9/9, you are prone to bricking. It's going to happen. But the deck's been really fun. Just the efficient raw damage, and I haven't had like this insane win rate. I'll show it. It's fine. I'm testing a lot of stuff. I'm 58% over 24 games. A lot of games have been in new, but I am 5-2 in the new, which has been really nice. I'm a little bit trouble with Levia. She's really strong right now. Not too bad in Enigma, stuff like that. So I think Zen's going to have a place. I think once the list gets tuned and people figure it out. But if you go, and I'll try to link it down below, the Pudding Tom... the Blue Pitch versus Car Guys stream that was last night, and Pudding Tom played against I forgot his opponent on the Car Guys, and then Nathan Crawford also played Zen on the Car Guide side. It showed what Zen can do, right? Very, very good. So super excited about that. Art of War, I think this is the best Art of War Ninja. It's better than it is in Katsu, and it's better than it is in Phi, in my opinion, because of Stride Reprisal and Traverse the Universe. Super, super nice. We have some pet cards in here, like 1 Fluster Fist for that Shifting Winds turn if it does come up. Levels of Enlightenment is absolutely bonkers in this deck. I'm messing with good playable blues that make sense to help when I don't have like a double Transcend. And then the sideboard, I'm just testing different things. Snag for new, Sink Below, Flick Flag for some more defense. Blanche has been really nice in the Prism as well into like the Mystic Heroes. I don't always run the Mystic Heroes, but definitely run the Prism. I like it because it's Prism tech that also works for Enigma. It's really nice to have that. And then we have AB3 because we can. Mask Momentum I'm testing out into matchups like Azalea and Phi that I know are probably going to go like 3 or 4 turns. And sometimes with Traverse the Universe on a 3 or 4 turn game, if you don't flip a chi fast enough, then it becomes just a 2-block headpiece. And I'd rather have that threaten that card draw every turn, potentially in a 3-turn game. It's kind of like the Tunic Heart and Cross Trap argument. But yeah, some cards I'm really looking at hard is Headley's a Tail. When this card works, it works. I had a 37 damage turn last night. And this basically ended up giving me +8 value after its own link. So it was basically a 1 for 11, essentially, right? Super, super good. But when it doesn't hit, it's just like a 1 for 3 go again. 1 for 4, technically, 2-block that doesn't combo with anything. So it could be a little bit off, but we're still trying it out. I am liking Spam Wheel Kick. I saw putting Tom do this last night in the Car Guys. I immediately put it in. I played a couple games with it. It has felt really good. Just to go fetch a go again combo piece when you need it. Also, you can. This is another bonds target, right? If you banish Spam Wheel Kick to get a Spam Wheel Kick, it can work out really well. Yeah. I was wrong about Zen. I don't think Zen's busted like best deck in the format, but I do think Zen's good. It may end up being Baron Katsu and Phi as well. Really opened my eyes to seeing it once I kind of changed my perspective on the deck. And yeah, like I said, it's crazy. Content creators can be wrong. It's almost like we're humans. Yeah, I'll link this down below. I'll hopefully remember to link the Car Guys stream down below as well. Let me know what your thoughts are on the deck. Let me share me with your decks in the Discord. We've been talking through different decks in the TCG Talk Discord in the Zen channel. Definitely go check that out. But yeah, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. If you like this type of content, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If not me, it's totally fine. Go to another creator, like, comment, subscribe on their stuff. Let's get more people seeing this game, and I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk. Thank y'all so much.